Alright, howdy everyone. I want to do a quick video this evening about some astroturfing I saw. Astroturfing is this wonderful thing where fictional people act like real people and get really outraged about things. So I was browsing one of my websites the other day and I saw this banner link and it said, "Don't make us pay." And I was like, they better not make us pay, whoever they are and whoever we are. So I clicked on it and I went to this website and it's "Don't make us pay." And it says, "Your debit card is about to get more expensive." And it says, "The issue." And it says, "Government bureaucrats," and already I'm angry because government bureaucrats, but it says, "Government bureaucrats have issued a new regulation," another one, that will give retailers $15 billion in windfall profits and will force you and other debit users to pick up the tab. They're going to force you. Bureaucrats. As a result, you may see higher fees, fewer rewards, and more restrictions on your debit card. You could even see the loss of free checking. You shouldn't have to pay more just because giant retailers don't want to pay their own bills. God. It's not too late, though, to stop this harmful regulation, I see. And I should tell Congress to don't make us pay. And it's got a thing here, and I can put my name and send it, and it's even got a link to the issue. The issue. What's the issue? Ooh, let's see. It's got a page here called The Issue. It says, "Your debit card is about to get more expensive. I have a debit card. I don't want it to get more expensive. Debit interchange fees. I'm confused. Giant retailers know they don't want to pay. Guaranteed payment. Consumers foot the bill." Giant retailers got their wish in 2010, it says. And as a result, let's see. Nation's largest 2% of retailers will see $12 billion. That's like the richest people getting lots of free money. That's not good. Well, I'm going to tell Congress, don't make us pay. Oh, and it even says here at the bottom, for more information, I can contact Electronic Payments Coalition. That sounds legitimate. So then I Googled "don't make us pay." Like one of the first links that was on here is from this company called Visa. And it says, "Consumers to retailers, don't make us pay your business costs." And it goes back to September 2009. Okay, so what the deal is and what this whole AstroTurf campaign is about is in December, last December 2010, the Federal Reserve, you'll recognize them, they're on your money, your dollar bills. Up here at the top it says Federal Reserve Note. That's the one who makes the rules for how money works. They're the ones who can print it, so to speak, I should say. Most of the money nowadays is electronic, actually, and Visa is one of those companies that processes electronic payments. They charge a fee for this. Over the years, that fee has stayed pretty steady, while the amount of electronic and cost of electronic payment processing has dropped dramatically. So in December 2010, the Fed issued rules that basically, they actually aren't issued yet, they're not finalized yet, and they won't be until, I believe it's June. There's also another date in April. I just want to point out the astroturfing here. I'm not going to tell you, but this is what's going on. They're trying to fight against this. What the rules change is the amount that they can charge for this processing. Basically, when you swipe your debit card, as it goes through all the processing banks, through the electronic stuff, they charge money to the retailers for that service. Right now, they charge like 1 to 2% of the total cost of the transaction. Now, so they charge that 1 to 2% if your transaction is $10,000 or $1,000 or dollars. It's still 1 to 2% of the total transaction, which, if you think about that for a second, that doesn't really make any sense because the cost to them for electronic payment is essentially the same across the board, and that cost nowadays is very low. So they're changing the rules. The guys, remember, who control how the money works, the Federal Reserve, said, you know, we're going to cap the payments on these, which is what these guys call price controls. The price controls mentioned on Don't Make Us Pay is the Fed changing the rules on that. So Visa and other companies and all the big banks can't charge you 1 to 2%, or actually can't charge the retailers 1 to 2%, which then you pay because they add that to the price. And they're going to charge, instead of 1 to 2%, it'll be 7 to 12 cents per transaction, which is a lot closer to the actual cost that the banks pay, although still less, because you're talking about digital transactions which cost very, very little and are very, very fast. They changed the rules. The Fed did this a while back. I don't know if you've noticed. It's a lot harder to get overdrafts now because banks can't force you to automatically overdraft as they used to be able to. You can now opt out of that service, wherein if you, say, have $12 in your account and you go to the store and you buy something for $5 and something for $5 and something for $8, it won't look at that and say, you know, actually, we'll let all those through, and then later when they process them, it processes them by 8, and then 5, oop, you're overdrafted, and then 5, oop, you're overdrafted, and then you get $70, $80 in overdraft fees. They changed those rules. Banks can't do that anymore. That last fee will actually bounce back and say, you don't have enough money for this. They can do that. That's the rules of the money makers. This is what they've done in the last year. I'm not going to talk about all the other crazy Fed crap, but that's what they've done to save money. By the way, the analysis of this 1 to 2% to 7 to 12 cents ends up averaging about $400 per family per year. That's how much money Visa and a lot of the banks are just pulling out. It's essentially a tax on using your own money of 1 to 2%. That's how our system works now because it's so electronic and they control those interchanges. But the Fed, who actually controls the money, says, no, you can only charge this much to essentially let bits pass through your network. So, that's the AstroTurf, that's the campaign, that's what's going on. Peace out. Woo!